Hi again, welcome back. This week's Parsha, Bo, and a beautiful mitzvah mentioned in this week's Parsha, which was the very first commandment, very first mitzvah given to the Jewish nation as a whole, was the mitzvah of Kiddush HaChodesh, which means the sanctification of the new moon, the new month. And it was a very significant mitzvah. Why? 1,000 years later, after the mitzvah was given, it was one of only 3 commandments that the Greeks prohibited the Jews perform. The other 2 were keeping Shabbat, and the other one was Brit Milah, circumcision. The fact that the Greeks saw fit to prohibit the mitzvah of Kiddush HaChodesh means it was something really important to them, like that they wanted to get rid of. Well, what was so important about the mitzvah of sanctification of the new moon? Why do they need to have that eradicated and make sure no Jews were doing it? So Rosh Chodesh, which is every month, which is the start of the new month, symbolizes renewal, the refresh button. Just like the moon disappears at the end of each month and returns in the beginning of the next month to its whole fullness, so too the Jewish nation has the ability to rise up from nothing and restore itself to completeness, to greatness, to the highest level. It was a great example of this happened in Egypt when the Jewish people fell to such a low level of impurity. And only 7 weeks later, they were at Mount Sinai. They were there to receive the Torah. They experienced prophecy. So going from down here all the way to up there in just a little bit of time demonstrates the concept of renewal that the Greeks wanted to get rid of and eliminate. And it just shows that it's okay to make mistakes. And when a person feels low, when a person feels guilty about something that they did wrong and sees themselves as a failure, they may give up and say, you know what, it's not worth it anymore. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm going to lose the strength to grow. So in order to avoid this, that's what the mitzvah of Rosh Chodesh teaches us, that you need to recognize that it's okay to make mistakes. As long as you learn from your mistakes, you can get back up, you can dust yourself off and say, let's start fresh. Press that refresh button, that restart button, and start again fresh for that month, or from after we make a mistake, and we can learn to grow from it. Have yourself a Shabbat Shalom, and have a relaxing Shabbat.